Yeah, that's a lot of ducks. I I think I imagine the best place to go would probably be Korea. Like everyone, that's like in the
Ooh,
middle,
yeah, that's true.
so everyone can kind of converge in
Mhm.
Korea for like a GSL versus the world or something like that.
ESL, yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, maybe one of these players one day will be in GSL versus the world, which actually probably both will. But nonetheless, here we are in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE. It is the Mexican Tyrant, the best in all of Latin America, the best Zerg player, my favorite, playing for Team Exxon, El Chupacabra, El Chamaco, El Campeón. It is Cham.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the American Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Alpha X. He got knocked out earlier by Paco Mike, but you know what? He is back. He has risen from the ashes to face off against the best in Mexico. It is Vindicta. Ugh. And this is something that we don't get too often, like Cham in a ZvT, and it's not special.
Yeah, this is interesting. That's why I love Battle of the Americas against a good opponent that I don't know how it pans out here. Now, if Cham absolutely crushes Vindicta, that would be sick. Not because it would be fun to watch Vindicta get crushed, but because that would just mean that Cham is the best out there. If he can crush Vindicta, there's not many other people that I would say are better than Vindicta. Like that just leaves Special, Neeb, people of that nature.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to see Vindicta fight back. Like make Cham bleed a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's going to be difficult because we didn't get to mention this, because it's a double limb bracket. This is the best of 5, but because Cham is coming from the upper bracket, he is already up 1-0 in this best of 5.
That he is. So it's an uphill battle for Vindicta, and it's a kind of like a smooth ride for Cham. Projected to be a smooth ride, but we don't know.
Yeah, we shall see, as the first map is going to be here on Romanticide, which is, a more macro-oriented map. No crazy proxies or anything coming out from Vindicta this time, and he's being pretty annoying here with this Reaper.
Very annoying with Reaper.
Oh my
god.
god.
Now he's getting a little greedy. He needs to get out of there.
Oh yeah, and if he does, that's great, because
Cham should have put the Lings down on the low ground from the little jump. Normally you send a Queen like he is right now, and then you get the Reaper on the jump down. But either way, Reaper gets out, gets the scout just fine. It's all good. Even the SCV that scouted early on goes home. And Vindicta does know that it was a very late third here from Cham.
Yeah.
But this it's not too much of a tell, because even Sero lately has been going for 4 queens before the third base.
Yeah, it is later, but you do get more queens out. You do get more crease spread, more of that security you have with these queens. And yeah, it isn't a big tell. What is kind of concerning is Vindicta didn't manage to scout the third, and I don't think he saw the drone coming, so he isn't 100% sure. It isn't like a big 2-base timing. So he does need to go back.
I'm pretty sure he scouted the main. So actually I don't think he scouted the main. He doesn't really know if there's a roach warren or anything. So
yeah.
Pretty sure he's going to go out right now and maybe risk it all with this Reaper and try and go in. But he only got 2 Hellions so far. He went out with his 2 Hellions. Normally, I feel like they wait till the 4th come out or the 6th. But he got 2 back at home, going into Marine production after 4 Hellions. That's pretty greedy, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he does dive in, and what he does is he confirms that there is a third base. So he's like, okay, so you are expanding, you are getting a third, like that. I can rest a little bit easier.
Yeah, he literally just took a breath of fresh air. Now he's like, oh, third base, okay. He had a finger on that bunker button.
And yeah, behind this, he's got a pretty standard, pretty normal 1-1-1. He isn't going for a switch for like a Banshee or a Raven or a BC or anything like that. It is a little bit more straightforward.
Okay, he does have 6 Hellions now. I thought he was stopping at 4. Which brings me back to like, why is it so weird in this game? If he had 2 different Hellions, this would be a completely different ball game we're talking about here. But he went for 6, and he still got the Reaper alive, which is really good. And,
oh yeah,
I'm a fan of the Terrans keeping their Hellions alive and eventually turning into Hellbats with the big Marine push behind it and a tank push. But normally they'll just YOLO him in and try and get some damage.
Yeah, at the moment, like, he's just doing his best to, like, deny creep, and that's going to be so important because Cham is going for such a queen-heavy composition. I was talking about earlier in the tournament about how Cham has his own style of play, and yeah, he's not going for Ling Bane, which is what we normally see. He is going for Roaches.
And if we saw last time on this map that Cham played, I believe this is the map where he walked his queens all the way across, isn't it?
Yep, yep.
So I think he likes the creep spread on this map specifically for some reason. Maybe it reaches the natural and the 3rd faster, but maybe that might be a tale of what he's going to do with his queens here as the Hellions do move in. No pull away, but the Lings are in position. Queens are on the way. Vindicta not risking it. He gets out and out of there, and that Reaper's still alive. I don't know if you noticed this, but it looked like Cham was target firing down the Reaper with his queens.
Oh, interesting. He was trying to maybe make sure that Reaper did go down to, you know, try and avoid some of that utility that it does provide to the Terran army. Meanwhile, we do see that the reinforcements are boosting across the map for Vindicta, looking to try and, you know, reinforce this position with those tanks, with those Marines. And yeah, like, this is a pretty scary position if you're a Terran player. Like, you know, there are pretty nice places to siege up.
There's also been a Liberator, and right as I say that, the Liberator goes in, but it's been at the north for like 2 minutes now, and Cham, right on point, instantly sends his queen behind it, takes it out, at the same time bringing in the other 6 queens he has over here to this main fight. Plenty of transfuse energy. He hasn't really put down too many creep tumors. He's just been spreading the first 3 that he had, but there is no Baneling Nest, so he's not going to be able to do the damage he wants. He has 13 Roaches on the way. He just has to hold off a little bit longer with these queens. The queens are going to start to fall, but in that, the Roaches will finish up just as the queens are done for. But even with the Roaches popping, the queens alone kind of held this, and now the Roaches aren't really need to defend, but are ready for the offensive.
That was so close, to be honest. Like, the Lings and Queens were just barely enough for Cham to hold on. I don't know if you saw, but it was disgusting when Vindicta, he sieged up his tank on the other side of the minerals. The Lings got around there, so he picked up the tank, then went to the other side.
And dropped it on the other side. Yeah, that was great.
Oh my god.
And then he didn't target fire down with the Queens. I don't think Cham really expected that to happen.
Yeah.
So he really took like an extra 5 or 6 volleys off of that tank that had low health. But I do like Cham did not skip a beat, kept his upgrades. Normally in a big fight like that, you forget to get your 2-2 upgrades, and then next thing you know, you're behind on upgrades, and the Terran starts to snowball. But Cham on the upgrades, and he's got Roaches, so some heavily upgraded Roaches versus some not so heavily upgraded Terran units. All he has is stem and shield, combat shield. So as 1-1 finishes, it's gonna be 1-1 versus 2-2.
Exactly, like, this is going to be a really nice 2-2 timing for Cham to utilize with his Roaches. I imagine Roach Ravager is going to be what he wants to, you know, counterattack with. When that does finally kick in, like, it's going to hit hard. And yeah, like, the thing is, like, Cham has to deal a lot of damage with that because Roach Ravager, it doesn't scale well into, like, the, like, late game or late mid game.
Oh yeah, this drop is pretty scary. Does he have anything here to defend? He does have some Roaches, even saving the Queen. And while Vindicta's doing all this, that medevac is now low, and here come the Roach Ravager army. That's a lot of tanks sieged up in the back, though. He's gonna have to micro this pretty good, or just hemorrhage a lot of Roaches here in order to close the gap. He could just take out this 3rd base and deny mining time without actually committing, but it looks like he's gonna commit. He's moving up, everything's clumped up in a choke point, and he's not getting on the tanks at all.
Oh my god, and his Biles missed the tank as well. They were a little bit mispositioned, so they didn't manage to land, and it looks like he's trying to push in again, but he's taking a lot of tank fire.
Yeah, now with the lift up, he is able to get a nice surface area to minimize the damage done by the tanks, and man, he just dropped a Viking in the main. He dropped a drop at the 4th, and at the natural. Everything's getting cleaned up though, little by little. However, they are trading blow for blow. Vindicta losing 25 workers. He didn't lose a base though. Cham, however, lost 20 workers and a base. I don't know who's in the lead here. I mean, the base seems a little bit worse for Cham. That's less mining, less larva, and Vindicta, he still has bases. He still has his mules.
Exactly. That's the scary thing. I would say that right now Vindicta is looking a little bit better in terms of the economy because he's on 3 bases. He has a 4th CC done, and Cham is only on 3 hatcheries. Like, he desperately needs to expand or maybe even double expand to catch up. But at the moment, he's just making nothing but roaches. He's not droning up.
And he never gets spore crawlers, even though there's drops in every single base. Maybe the spore crawlers are getting destroyed, but I haven't seen too many spore crawlers thrown down.
Yeah, Cham, he's all in. Like, ever since that drop, like, he's still stuck on 46 workers. Like, he isn't making any more drones. Yeah. He's just making more units, making more Roach Ravager, making a massive wave of wings.
That is crazy. I was thinking maybe if you double expand and just keep, he got so much Roach, if he just keeps his opponent on 3 bases and doesn't let Vindicta get up to 4 bases, he could come back in this. But as we see here, either that army was to make sure and that he doesn't go for the 4th base, but no, it looks like he's going for an all-in. Oh my god, the spawning pool's going down.
Yeah, the spawning pool's going to go down. There's no more reinforcing lings. A massive base trade. He's going to try and push in. The tanks are a little bit exposed because the majority of the Marines are across the map in those drops.
But the Liberators are joining in the fight along with the SCVs, and there's even tanks on the high ground, and there's no vision here from Cham on the high ground, but he is actually cleaning everything up. He's just brute forcing his way through. Due to the fact that he had more supply, but now supplies and army are just about even. However, all of Vindicta's supply is on the other side of the map doing damage. But I feel like Vindicta can clean this up and take game 1 off of Cham.
Exactly. Like, Cham's just slowly running out of steam. Like, his army is getting thinner and thinner. Meanwhile, he lost his main, he lost his 4th.
Just a G.
Wow.
So, I mean, this proves in my mind thus far that Vindicta is a top player out of NA, and Cham can't just wreck anybody so easily as I expected.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Cham just realized that as well. He's like, you know, like, he was a little bit overconfident, and again, going for just this massive Roach Ravager push, you know, and as you said, like, there was an option there for Cham. If he wanted to, he could have gone for like a double hatchery and tried to, you know, transition out of it and just continue on with the game, but instead he's like, I'm just going all in. I'm just going to try and end the game here and now, and it didn't work out for him.
Vindicta's good, but you know, also, I like to say it's like USA versus Mexico, but in reality, Vindicta's, I'm pretty sure he's Mexican as well, just in USA.
I think one
Latino.
Yeah, I think one of his parents is Mexican or both. And he is like an American citizen. He isn't a dual citizen at the moment, but he can if he wants to. Like, he can get a passport.
Yeah, and I mean, I you know, I don't judge a book by its cover, but his skin is pretty brown, and his name is Miguel Marmolejo, which I've never heard that last name, but it's very Latin. Marmolejo. I've never heard that last name, but it sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, Darking has said it before. Like, Darking has said, like, hey, like, as soon as Vindicta gets his papers ready, like, he can play in Sentimental Latino. Like, he just, like, he just needs to get that passport, then he can go.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty uncommon though if you're an American citizen to get dual citizenship in Mexico. But I did have a friend say that it's a lot easier than they expected recently. So I was like, sounds interesting. Dual citizenship in Mexico.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, you don't really need it. I don't think Vindicta's dying to get in Sentimental Latino.
I'm just saying he could play in like Copa America or like DreamHack Latin America and maybe make like deep runs there, you know, like.
That's fair.
It's possible.
Make him a little bit of extra cash. I mean, at that point, just go to Korea, mate. Go to Korea, get skills up. No, but we'll see. All I know is about this game right here, this matchup. ZvT, the player, in the bottom left-hand corner. He was starting this matchup up 1. Now we are dead even in an interesting turn of events. This player is playing for Team X on Gaming. He's a blue Zerg, as we can all see. He's also from Mexico, and he is not in need of an intro very often, but I love to give him a fancy intro. It is Cham!
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the American Terran player, the Red Terran, currently representing Alpha X and tied up 1-1 in this best of 5. He was able to take the first game versus Cham. Can he take another? It is Vindicta.
Will Vindicta vindicate all of his fallen U.S. soldiers? Because Cham has a lot of dead bodies on his roster.
Fun facts for the Americans in the chat, for the USA and Canadians as well. Vindicta is the only player from the United States who signed up this week. So Darking was letting me know that like he's the only player from the US and Canada that signed up. So regardless, he was gonna walk away with 10 USD because the highest placing from that region gets money anyway. So he was getting it default.
Huh, yeah, James Baxter. Yeah, that's the guy who won twice in a row. He was from Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty messed up.
So
just the Americas, not. I don't know what would that be. But.
Yeah. So you know what? If you want to see a little bit more of like players like Nina or Ryan or Jon Snow, Starkiller, Pili, mate, at them. Get them to sign up because at the moment, Vindicta, he's just running away with it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I need to start a campaign and message some of these people. But now it's off season, so it's gonna be hard to get new high-ranking players, and maybe it'll help because I don't know. It's the last one. Next week is a different type of event. And we're going to be moving into different things for the rest of the year. Hopefully this isn't the last one of the year, but we'll see, man. Things are up in the air, but all I know is we're going to get some good players in here eventually. We'll get more US people.
Oh, yeah. Again, like, players like Starkiller and Pili and Nina, like, they do usually play in these, but again, because it's December, like, they're probably taking it easy, kind of chilling, relaxing when it comes to the holiday season. Like, this Christmas is, like, right around the road as well. It's around the corner, I should say.
Thanksgiving is this week.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving.
If you're an American that celebrates genocide.
What do you eat in? Do you go like full American and like get a turkey for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I go full pilgrim. I get a turkey. Nothing too fancy. I don't do like super Americanized food, but I'll just get a turkey, some whatever we like, green beans, an apple pie, mashed potatoes. Just regular old food. What do you
eat with your turkey? Like, do you get like cranberry sauce or apple sauce or something? Gravy.
Yeah, especially being in Texas, gravy's big in Texas. We get, I don't know if this is weird, but I feel like other people would think this is weird. We get gravy with our chicken strips in Texas, in America. Maybe just in Texas. I don't know. But yeah, if you go to Sonic or Whataburger, the fast food Texas chicken restaurants, I guess they're just fast food, but if you get the chicken there, they come with gravy and it's delicious.
Wow. Okay.
I think we talked about this earlier, the biscuits and gravy thing that you weren't understanding.
I still don't understand the biscuit thing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because because there's also like a brisket, not a biscuit, which is also like meat or something. Yeah.
Brisket's completely different. Brisket's like a slow smoked piece of meat that comes out perfect. I'm pretty sure brisket in Spanish is like birria tacos, if you've ever heard of that.
Oh my god, I have not.
Oh man, that's something you gotta look into. There's these birria tacos. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know how they're pronounced, but it's how they're spelled, and it's pretty much brisket cooked really good and soaked in like this soupy liquid, and then they make the meat, they put it in a tortilla with make it a quesadilla. They put cheese, and then they give you a side of soup that you dip the taco in.
That's amazing. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, you like soak your taco in soup, so it's like a moist, cheesy soup taco. It's great.
Speaking of moist tacos,
speaking of moist tacos, we got a Hellbat run by that is barbecuing some queen. Maybe for some moist queen tacos.
Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised Vindicta, he is shying away from this big attack. Meanwhile, Cham is going across the map with all of these links to try and counterattack, but there is a full wall of, I was trying to point it out earlier, Vindicta did go for a big Hellbat push. He snuck out the armory. Cham had no idea. His Overlord got sniped before he got into the main base, so he had no idea what the opening was, but so far, Vindicta hasn't been able to do anything with these Hellbats.
Yeah, but also there's really no defense from Cham here. Okay, never mind. There's a defense.
Wow.
But even then, these lings are going down.
They are going down, but you know what? They managed to take out every single Hellbat. Meanwhile, there is Liberator. This time there is a Spore for Cham, so he will be able to deal with it, but not before losing 4 drones.
That's the best of a bad situation for Cham. You really don't want to throw away that many Lings, but also, if you're getting pushed with that many Hellions, oh god, the door's open.
Oh god, the door's open, the wall is not a wall, the Lings get in.
I don't suspect him to lose too much here, but any little thing counts, and this denied mining time is huge.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like you're the perfect defense against a Hellbat push is you already have Banelings out and morphed in on the map at the top of the ramp. The Hellbats come in, Hellions come in, and you just blow up on them, and you lose nothing. But the best of a bad situation, you make a bunch of Lings, you get us around, you keep all your queens alive, and keep your creep up and don't lose any workers. And Cham did that perfectly. And I like this now, getting into tunneling claws, but Cham is favoring these roaches lately. This is strange to me, especially on a big map like this.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's getting roaches, but at the same time he's getting melee upgrades, so it looks like he still wants to, you know, have a big Ling presence, but there is no Baneling there, so he's going like Ling Ravager, Ling Roach Ravager, which is interesting. It definitely can work, but against Widow Mines, we'll see.
So he did that last game, but he went for the range upgrade, but this time he got 1-1 as soon as the Hellbats came in, because he's like, oh, if this guy's going mech, I need some upgraded Lings, some upgraded Banes. But I guess he decided to go for the Roach Ling combo, and I don't hate that he got the upgrades on the Lings, because with armor and +1 melee attack, the Lings can, you know, they're gonna run in there first. They're gonna be the first line of defense. They're gonna get hit first by the tanks and the Widow Mines, and then the Roaches will be pretty much unscathed by the splash.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be. We'll have to keep an eye on like how good the Widowmine connections are gonna be on those Lings. That could be like a complete game changer. But speaking of those Widowmines, they aren't being at home for defense. He is looking to go for a massive drop into the main.
I don't think Vindicta noticed that he was going for roaches. He just like, I'm gonna play my game and harass how I can. Widowmine drop. You don't see that every day against a Zerg. Oh, and you don't see it get this much damage done. Jesus. But at the same time, Cham is pretty much all in now, given that he lost 19 workers.
No tanks?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah?
Wow. Vindicta said no tanks. That's it.
There was nothing at home to defend. There was just the buy. There were no Widowmines. There were no tanks. Just Marines on the ground.
Was there a GG there? I don't know if I saw a GG.
I think he GG'd. I think so.
Yeah, I'll see the replay.
Yeah, we'll see the replay. But
that was an instant quit.
That was like he was dealing a lot of damage with his drop across the map, but he just had no like real like army. Like he was being a little bit too greedy. He didn't have any kind of sustainability with his Marines, and he just fell over.
Yeah, that was that was interesting, especially after he just went roaches the first game. He went for a Widowmine drop, but you're not playing a Protoss here, man. Go for some, you know, I haven't lately seen too many Apache helicopters with cloak.
Yeah, it's weird. Like we don't see that 1-1-1 into Banshees that often anymore. And I mean, it can definitely work, you know, against certain players. Against Roaches as well, it helps, like not just to harass, but you know, to deal with the Roach Ravager. Like they're pretty solid in an army.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he goes for roaches. If he notices that you're not going for the Banshee play, then you just go straight on the roaches, which is risky. I feel like roaches is for when you have a huge economic advantage. I don't get the math on that. I can message Cham, but I don't want to bug him and make him unfollow me. He's like, oh, we're cool friends, and I just talk to him about I just get him to coach me for free. That'd be great. But yeah, it looks like Lightshade is the next map, and now with Cham winning that, oh, I said his name again. I can't not say his name. But now that he won again, he is now up 1 game in this best of 5 series. It's 2-1, spawning in the top left-hand corner, playing with the blue Zerg units and bugs. He's playing for Team Exxon. He is El Campeón, Cham. Ooh, extractor trick.
Oh my, we'll see what that means as we have spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE. Currently down 1-2 in this best of 5. We have the American Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Alpha X. It is Vindicta.
the Vindicator.
The Vindicator.
Is Ghost Train guy gonna use a Ghost Train?
Is that you saying is Cham gonna make roaches?
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't know what I was saying there, but you made it into something for me.
You're like, what? Yeah, sure, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, sure. That's it, yeah. That makes more sense than what I was thinking in my head.
Oh god, like that's what I would be thinking if I was Vindicta, right? Like this is just how Cham is playing today. You know, this is what he's doing. This is what he's working on. Going for a 1-1-1 opener into Banshees doesn't sound like the worst idea, to be honest.
You know what I'm saying? I should be a pro. An honorary pro. You know how like they honorary, I don't know if you heard of this, but sometimes they'll give people like an honorary degree at a college. I don't know how it works.
What?
Yeah. Like famous people, they'll just be like, you're an honorary alumni of so-and-so college. Doesn't actually mean anything. I think it's just like a gesture.
What?
I would have to look it up to see who, but I think like Rihanna got an honorary something or another.
Why?
I'm gonna look it up.
Well,
I don't know. Like, it's like getting the key to the city. If you've ever heard of that.
Wait, is that a thing?
Yeah, like allegedly, if you're an important person, they give you the key to the city, and the key actually doesn't do anything, but like a gesture.
I was like about to say, does the key like unlock anything? Is there like
it's supposedly like the key that unlocks the entire city, but that just doesn't actually make sense in logical sense. But a weird thing I saw here in this game, that drone was going to the forward natural or the forward third base, and that's why the Reaper caught it.
Yeah,
It wasn't going for that SCV block third.
Yeah. And it looks like Vindicta was able to deny it, so Cham he was forced to turn it into a Spore, forced to try and get a much later third than he would have liked here to the south. And so like I've only ever heard of like the key to the city in like movies or like TV shows or something. Like I didn't know that.
Yeah, it actually happens.
It actually what kind of person gets a key to the city? Like
oh my god, absolutely everybody.
Like does Will Smith has like
rappers?
Rappers?
I've heard of a famous rapper getting a key to the city. I've heard of sports players getting a key to the city. But I'm looking up like the honorary alumni, and they're saying it's pretty much they give it to people who contribute a lot of time and effort to a university, and they're highly valued. It's pretty much just like a useless award and dinner.
So it sounds like if you spend money on a university, you get get a diploma.
It's like, hey, give us money and we'll like throw a party for you with your money that you gave us.
Yeah. Except much less of it.
Yeah, it's like give us $1,000 and we'll throw you a $200 party.
Interesting.
But it's all about you.
Yeah.
Give and take, man. Supply and demand. Some people got money but not enough attention, so they pay for a cheap party. I don't know, man. All I know is StarCraft. That's the only economics I understand, and I barely understand those. But what I understand from this game is Cham is doing pretty good, man, and we got it. We did it. I'm a genius.
It's happening. He's doing it. He's learning. He's evolving, and before our eyes, Vindicta did go for a 1-1-1 into Banshee play. And the one thing that I have to say is that this feels like a very obvious response. We'll see what Cham decides to go for because he is going for double evos.
Yeah. I feel like the big brain play here is that Cham doesn't go roaches this game.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I don't know if he scouted that yet. I don't think he scouted it, but I do feel like he will not. Oh, he did scout it. He scouted it, researching and everything. So Cham knows. So he should be skipping the roaches this time around. He's going for 1-1 melee armor.
Yeah,
Bangling nest.
Exactly.
Oh, there it is. Big
exactly.
brain bangling nest.
So he scouted it. He threw down spores in all his bases to defend against the Banshees. He's getting 1-1 upgrades. He's got the Bangling nest. He's completely switching things up into Ling Bane. And because of that, these Banshees, they aren't going to be anywhere near as useful as they would have been in Game 1 and Game 2.
Yeah, it's you know, absolutely nothing has happened here, but I'm like, dude, it's getting dicey.
Oh, yeah.
Things are getting crazy.
Hey, that's the beauty of StarCraft. Like, things are kicking off, mate, and nothing's really died. Like, nothing's really happened.
Nothing at all. But I'm like, dude, it's getting freaking nuts here. That's why I love StarCraft. Like, people, like my friends who watch the stream, they're like, I have no idea what's going on. I like when you guys talk about food. They're like, I don't get why you freaked out when this guy made one more thing.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, the drones, they are lining up, but oh, nice body blocking with the Lings. Cham is able to keep all of his drones alive, and so far the Hellions haven't done too much damage, but they're all still alive. They could chase them down.
Yeah. One thing I started doing when I played Terran that I didn't know was that easy is target firing down. Oh wow, he got the cancel.
Wow.
But it's really fun to target fire down the larva with the Hellions. You can larva dies pretty quick to Hellions actually.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. That's I've noticed that as a Zerg because it's really annoying when that happens. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. I wish we'd see more of that because that's pretty huge when you have your third base just pop out and then 4 Hellions come and take out the 3 larvae there. That's 6 Lings, 3 workers, 3 roaches.
Yeah.
But,
It really.
yeah. Let's see. Go ahead.
It really does matter. I was really surprised by these Banshees able to deny the 4th base. We'll see if they dive in again. We do have a couple of Hellions morphing into Hellbats. Again, nice reaction, so Cham is able to keep his workers alive. Oh god! Okay.
He doesn't even need the Banelings in this fight. He can take it alone with the Roach. And this is interesting. I don't think he showed his Ling Bane. So the big brain we thought was Cham, he's not going to go Roaches. He didn't go Banelings. But Cham's like, no, I'm going big brain. And I'm going Roaches still, but with Ling Bane. And that's just the ultimate big brain play there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Slowly, like... No, I'm going both.
Exactly. Slowly over the course of this series, his brain has been expanding. Game 1 was really shaky for him. Game 2, you know, it's just been, you know, getting more and more swollen. Here we are, Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager. But you know what? Drops, they still do pretty well. Like, there's no Hydras, there's no Mutas, there's no real big anti-air. Just Queens and Spores to try and stop these drops.
Oh, yeah, and Roaches, even Roaches with speed are not great for denying drops, and the creep's not even spread into the between the main and the natural. And now he's killing the tumor, so there's not even a chance. Actually, oh, he got that last tumor. Good target fire, but he only got one of the Banelings. It was a good 1 target fire, but he did get out of there without losing too much. Look at these Queens. Look how slow they are.
I know, right? They're just blocking up traffic here at the ramp.
Yeah, 5 o'clock traffic here.
Oh, God.
At the ramp to the main.
Yeah, meanwhile, we've got drops all over the place. Like, the drop came down from the main base to the 3rd base. Oh, even biled some of his own units there, Cham did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a good crossfire onto a medevac. That was
Wow.
fancy. I like to see that. But the only reason this is working is because Vindicta is multi-prong harassing. He's at the 3rd base as well. He's at the 4th base over there. Now he's going back home. Well, also, it looks like he's about to secure. I thought he was making a 4th base, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's floating over.
Yeah, the 4th did finish. I thought it was going to float over right here to the left-hand side, but it looks like he has other plans. It's floating over to the north, looking to expand over in that direction instead. But, you know, he does have his 4th going to be up and running quite soon. There was some nice damage, and, ooh, even the Banshees coming in to snipe the Banelings. Oh, the once workers
That's
instead.
not bad. The vision. Yeah. I don't know why he refuses to put down spore crawlers. I'm the opposite. I throw him down like salt and pepper on food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I put those things on everything.
Yeah, I get him in the mineral lands. I get them over here, which, I mean, he does have a nice ring.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But even then, honestly, he can still just boost past the very last one, the furthest north, spore crawler, and then drop in behind the mineral line. Which I've learned because this always happens to me.
Exactly.
I put up like 3 spore crawlers in the main, like, screw these drops, and then they just drop behind him. Like, damn it. And this is it. This is all Cham needs to do to finish his game off. He's gonna lose at this front, but he's winning over here, and he might be able to get onto production. This is gonna force Vindicta for an all-in or to pull back.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of damage is being done. Like, to be fair, these Banshees are just like wailing away on everything. There's nothing to really stop it, and like on the contrary, there's nothing to really stop all these Marines and Bios on the other side from Vindicta.
Yeah, and now it's looking like Cham might not win this one, man. The Roach Ravager Ling is very inefficient against Marine Marauder. And while he was doing good in the beginning, you know, I'm a fan of Corrosive Biles, and I feel like when people go for these compositions, they don't really corrosive bile enough.
Yeah, I mean, like the only thing that corrosive bile really helps against is like tanks and like, you know, sieged units. When there aren't, it's a little bit harder to pull off. We have seen some things though, like, you know, Cham, he sniped a medevac earlier, which was amazing to see. We didn't see more of that, you know, like force the Terran player to micro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think I like corrosive biles. I guess because I'm in lower league, but if you're dropping corrosive biles on Marines, it's kind of like a Roach v Roach battle. While it doesn't do damage, they do have to micro and move them out of the way and then re-engage in a fight. So I think that'd be cool. But I do like that Cham is up and up on his upgrades, getting 3-3 at the same time the Terran is, which is not something you want. As a Terran, you usually want to be ahead in upgrades, and he's even getting the crackling upgrade. So he's pretty much getting 3 upgrades at once for his Lings here.
Yeah.
These Lings are going to be super tough. I want to see him no longer make roaches, stop making roaches, get some sort of Ultralisk or something. He's got the Hive. He doesn't have any Vipers, no late game tech coming out. And that might be the death of him. If he had Ultralisks right now, there's nothing to stop that.
Exactly. Like, he does have his Hive, but we don't see Ultras. We don't see like a Greater Spire being thrown down. We don't see Vipers, anything. He's just sticking with this more lair-based army. And to be fair, he is trading well, but you need to, like, you know, you need that end game plan, right? Otherwise, Vindicta is just gonna outscale you.
Yeah. Interesting stuff here. I saw like Clem go for the Roach build a lot, and he kind of stopped and then went into like the Lurker versus Terran build. So I don't know if this is still viable.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there are Vipers on the way.
Drop.
Yeah, the Doom
takes
drop.
Out 1, takes out 2, possibly 3. Oh my God, 3 full energy medevacs is really huge, but is the army going to get here in time? Actually, the good thing for Cham, there's absolutely no tech in his natural. There's no layer, no hive, no roach warren, no nothing. So there was nothing for those Marines to take. They pretty much just gave their lives to clear a creep tumor in the main base, and that's really not the damage you're looking for as Vindicta here.
Exactly. Like, the Doom drop was nice, but as you said, what did he get out of that Doom drop? He cleared creep, killed spores, and that's kind of it. And as all that was happening, we do have Cham, you know, all of his upgrades are going to be finishing up soon. He has Vipers slowly gathering energy. The one scary thing is that he still doesn't have Ultras. He still doesn't have those Hive Tech units. He's still sticking with Ling Bane, Roach Ravager, and I mean, if he gets the best engagement, it's still going to work out for him.
Yeah, it'll definitely work out for him. And this is about it right here. I mean, I guess Vindicta did get his 4th base secured, and I mean, like, we're geared up to go to a late game, but I feel like Cham's just got it down. At this point, he doesn't have to make any more roaches, just Ling Bane, and oh my God, he's even gonna parasitic bomb the retreating medevacs. And this is the good thing about going roach early on, is you stop making roaches, but they're kind of easy to keep alive with Ling Bane, so he still has a couple of Ravagers in the mix that are just kind of like extra bonus points here. He doesn't mind losing them, but as long as they're alive, that's pretty good too.
Yeah, definitely. And we just get to see that even though Vindicta, he keeps dropping into the main base, he keeps trying to deal some damage there. There's just nothing to get. There's not even a hive, there's no tech, so he doesn't really achieve anything. Meanwhile, like, the Lings and the Banes, they just keep getting on top of the tanks, they keep getting on top of the main army, and it's just
Wow.
too much here.
I like the tank spread here though. But a Blinding Cloud, I think a Yank would have been just as good here. He Blinding Clouded the army even. When you know it's bad, when they start Blinding Cloud Marines, like, that really just pushes the Marine back 5 feet, but that's all Cham needed to come in and close the distance and do some damage. Are these Banelings gonna catch anything? They don't. Actually, a couple go down to a tank shot here.
Oh my God. I'm so surprised that Cham, he's still making roaches. Like, he's still sticking with this composition. He's even got +1 range on the way, because why not, Cham?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he has so much money. He's like, what do I do with this? I guess I'll get my upgrades.
That's ridiculous. He's like, oh my God, okay, 28 Lings on the way. I'm gonna morph in 24 Banelings. I need 2 roaches. Like, you actually have to put more effort into making sure you don't hold down the roach key too long than you do have to in not making roaches at all.
Exactly, and it's kind of killing him that, I mean, he's just not going for something else, and we just saw two Vipers, two almost full energy Vipers got sniped out of the sky by these Marines, and like Vindicta is still getting value with this army. That was a big Baneling connection.
Huge Baneling connect over there though that ended everything, and these Banes are gonna go in. They don't want to go to the Marauders. They're gonna go into the Planetary and take it out. I hope, maybe. Or the workers. The workers, get the workers. Oh, two workers. 10 workers go down. Not as much as I expected with that last Baneling. Finished it up. 15 workers go down. And with that, I believe the hopes of Vindicta Cham is just pulling apart in all directions.
Jesus Christ. I've been waiting for Vindicta as well to switch into something else, because like the one thing that Cham doesn't have that Vindicta has kind of been abusing is like the anti-air is so minimal for Cham. Like he just has parasitic bombs. Like that's it. Like you can do something like switch into a more air-based composition and it will do so much better here, but he's sticking with this ground army and it's just not trading well against the Ling Bane.
He's in that mining base again, and these Banelings are going to take out even more workers. I think I figured it out. Cham is not short for Campeon. It's not short for Chamaco. It's short for Chambiar. Because one thing Cham always does is he works and he gets his minerals up and he doesn't stop mining. He's been getting money consistently in this game. He never stops that macro game. The macro grind is real for Cham, and now just due to macro, I'm gonna check it out, but I don't believe he's been trading efficiently at all this game.
He hasn't.
And no, definitely not. He has just about double. No, not double. Okay, now it's evening up, but for the most part, he is not trading efficiently. He's more than 3,000 minerals and about 2,000 gas deficit to his opponent, but he's still winning, still just out mining, absolutely crushing it. And Vindicta, I'm surprised he's still in this game.
I mean, it goes to show that like this entire time Vindicta has been trading more efficiently. He has been sniping Vipers here and there. He has been trading, stutter stepping, sniping these Banelings, these Roaches, these Ravagers. It's just that because Cham has so much money, he just like kind of just keeps throwing wave after wave of units, and slowly over time Vindicta is crumbling, at the seams.
I want an Ultralisk. I don't want any more Roaches.
You're not gonna get it, mate. It's not happening. It's just not happening.
What is not even, maybe Broodlords would even work here. He could do a Muta switch, anything. Lurkers, do something. I don't like Roaches. I don't know why I don't like Roaches. They're working. He's winning, but I don't like it.
He's just brute forcing his way through. Like he makes it through the tanks. There are 2 more tanks here in the back line, but you know what? The Lings are slowly trickling through. Biles on top of the tanks as well.
Roach, Ravager, Ling Bane. It's just absolute blasphemy to me. But after seeing Cham do it, I kind of want to try it. But so you were talking about the no anti-air, and right now with those low medevacs, I don't know how they even got low on health. Maybe from,
I think, like parasitic bombs.
Defense, what are they called? Like those turrets thing that shoot up those things. But yeah, spores. But one good parasitic bomb right here would actually end the game, I think.
Oh my god, but he does use a blinding cloud. Yeah, it goes to the cloud instead, trying to keep his hatchery alive. The hatchery does go down. Like, it looks like the Roaches and the Ravagers are going to be dealt with.
Oh no, parasitic bomb!
Oh god.
He gets away alive, but he wasn't able to get the parasitic bomb.
Yeah, it just doesn't have enough energy.
For it. No, he's not going to go for it. He did try to close the bow, though. I will give him credit for that. And, I mean, Vindicta's really fighting hard here. Vindicta must have nothing to do tonight.
I mean, honestly, if Cham keeps like trading like this, like Vindicta can get back into this, but oh my god, the Ling Bane is gonna get on top of everything once again.
With all the army Vindicta has to his name, he cannot hold like a small push here from Cham. He lost 15 workers and a big chunk of army. I mean, but Cham's smart. In order for Cham to lose, he has to throw away his entire army, and then Vindicta can counterattack. But Cham, he's throwing away like half of his army, a quarter of his army each time, and his bank's still fat. Vindicta's had nothing. He has no minerals at all. Every mineral he get is being spent.
I was about to say, oh my god, the bomb! It does split in the end though.
Beautiful.
And I was gonna say, man, look at how many. Look at how many workers Vindicta has right now.
Look at how many Ravagers Cham has this late in the game. Like, what do you need those for? Why Ravagers? Why not Roaches? Is it because of corrosive biles?
Yes.
Are you going to use them?
Yeah, it's the vials that, you know, he's
Okay,
trying to...
I would like to think that Cham's listening and he heard me, and he's like, this one's for my boy Yoda. He said he likes corrosive vials. I'll start using them. Because before this, he wasn't corrosive vialing on Army at all. We literally had that discussion of how it would have been cool if he did that. It would cause the Army to pull back, zoning utensil, and here he is, just doing things to make me happy. And that's why me and Cham are good pals.
Yeah, I mean, he has been using them quite well against the tanks. We do now finally see him trying to bile the medevacs, try and bile the Marines to buy it.
Oh, I love that. He got a medevac. The creeps at your third base, mate. I think it's time to hit that double G key.
I mean, the thing is that, like, because of Cham's army composition, like, Vindicta can still keep fighting. Like, that's what he's been doing this entire time. Like, he can just keep going. But, yeah, eventually, Cham just has to commit. He has to commit and break one of these bases. He hasn't been able to do it yet, like, for the past 10 minutes.
He's making them lift off, though, and then, like, taking out 15 workers each time. Every time he has to lift, it's very effective against Vindicta because he has no mining. He's mining out of every base. And there it is, finally, after 21 minutes of a hard-fought ZvT, we saw the Roach Ravager Baneling composition finally pay off for Cham. And he is the victor here for the evening and for possibly the final regular Battle of the Americas Open here of the year. Possibly, maybe, forever. Not really, but still, that's crazy. Cham won it. All order has been restored. Yoda's casting again. Yanji's playing, and Cham is winning against Vindicta.
Yeah, GG, well played, Cham. He is our champion for Battle of the Americas number 38. And as you said, this is the final, I believe, Battle of the Americas of 2020. Next week, we will be back, but with a qualifier, not with our regular Battle of the Americas. The highest ranking Battle of the Americas players will be invited to play out in a qualifier to qualify to participate in the end of year OSC championships. There's going to be one for each tournament series, I believe. So one for something, yeah, like Battle of the Americas. One for Cham, essentially, yes. OSC Masters Cup, that's another one. I think the Sheer Shady Open and the Chicken Man's tournament, I think they also get one as well. But essentially, all these tournament series, they come together. They bring their best.
Shady's still doing his thing? I haven't seen him lately.
I think he is. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
He's either quiet or he's just like in his own zone that I'm not a part of, you know?
Yeah, I think he just runs his weekly. I think that's it.
Yeah. But nonetheless, that was a great way for me to come back after 3 weeks. Like I keep saying, I feel like I've been gone the whole year. But really, it was just a couple weeks, not even a whole month. And now we're possibly ending out the last Battle of the Americas full of Latin Americans. And the one American, much like the Alamo, fighting against all Latin Americans. And I don't know if you guys know anything about the Alamo, but we do.
We literally had a discussion about what the Alamo was. You're
on the Alamo. Well, then you guys know all about the Alamo, and you know that it was a great battle. I actually don't remember all the details of it, but that's what it reminds me of, the American trying to fight his way through all the Latin Americans. He made it all the way to the end, but at the very end, you know, Mexico did persevere. And Cham won it, as expected. I love it. It's great. It's fun. And the chat was awesome. You guys are always fun. We had a good amount of viewers. Thanks, Zerg Troll, for all the bits you donated. I think it was like Lord Loken who did the 5 subs. And now we know we got to get Cham a kiwi pizza. I mean, not Cham. I'm sorry, Light. Cham. We should get Cham to try a kiwi pizza too. But we got to get Light a kiwi pizza.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be all about. GG, congratulations to Cham. Thank you for the support, Zerg Troll, and everyone else, Lord Loken, and the others who subscribed. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this isn't it for us. You know, we will be back in, if I quickly check, a couple of hours as I quickly switch scenes to our weekly schedule. It is in, as I quickly check, 6 hours.
6 hours. Haha. I have a Google Calendar now. I can look things up fast.
You know.
Yeah, I forgot about the Google Calendar over the 3 weeks, and I'm like, yo, is Light gonna tell me about these events? You're like, hey, the Google Calendar's updated. Like, oh yeah, I can just look anytime I want. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the winners, Vindicta and Cham, both getting an extra $10 added on for being the top ranking Latin American and North American in the tournament, and as well as the random drawing winner and the regular prize. Whatever, they're just getting money out the wazoo. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys can follow me at Yoda_Slim. I was about to say Yoda_VIP. Because I was thinking about it. But Yoda_Slim, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Most importantly, as I always say, make sure to follow the CranKy Ducklings, because that's how you really show us love. And thank you, Zergtroll, for the last minute subscription.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for your service.
Oh my god,
to keeping the esports alive solely. I hope your back doesn't hurt too much from carrying the weight of the entire esports community on your back.
Literally saving esports. Before we head off, of course, !Matcherino, all the codes have been used, but if you want to go that one step further, you can supply, provide some of your own money to the prize pool to boost it. I'm sure Cham and Vindicta and some of the others would really appreciate it. If not, that's fine. That's all good.
If you're broke and you have no money, the least you guys can do is donate a Funada, !Funada Dastan in the chat. It's very important for our spirits. We need it. We need you guys to hone it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but Funada Dastan.
Yes, Funada Dastan. Dastan, of course, he's a Chilean Protoss player. He's great. He's beautiful. But you know what? He doesn't sign up.
I was gone for the 69 Funadas.
You missed it. Oh, God.
I missed it. I looked and we're at 74, man. I'm sad.
Mates.
Wow.
You missed everything.
All my hard work. I was hyping it up. I got him there, and then no money shot for me. But it's okay. At least it happened. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This was great. I had a great time. It's good to be back, and looking forward to all the future events we got here in the remainder of 2020.
Yeah, we'll be back in 6 hours. I'll be casting with Ares Demi C Weekly number 5. So if you're interested in Oceanic and Southeast Asian StarCraft, we got more of that there. Otherwise, we've got plenty more American StarCraft throughout the week. We're going to be casting the Taco Cup qualifiers on Thursday, I believe. Thursday for me, could be Wednesday for you. But yes, we will be casting Taco. Yeah, we will be casting Taco Cup, which is Jim Rising's tournament. We're also probably going to be involved in TSL 6 in the DreamHack Final Chance qualifier, all that good stuff. So we've got plenty of StarCraft here. Be sure to hit that follow button and stay tuned.
That's all in 2020 still.
That's right. That's still all in 2020. That's what's crazy. We have so much StarCraft. It's just never ending. And speaking of never ending, then stay tuned as we are going to raid another StarCraft 2 streamer to spread that love, spread that support.
Whoever we raid, tell them to join these tournaments. But yeah, that's it from us, guys. Thanks for having me, Light. It's good to be back with you casting, and everybody stay safe, social distance, wear a mask, and keep on keeping on. Peace.
Ciao.